Taurus, hi, welcome to your reading. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Taurus. Crosswatchers are welcome here. If you're interested in a Taurus, please try to remember that these are for the collective, so they are general readings, okay? Don't force messages and situations to fit if it does not resonate. That's okay. Check your other placements and other Taurus readings on this channel. Take what resonates for you there. Leave the rest for someone else who may need those specific messages, okay? Energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa, so please use your discretion to put those energies where they best fit specifically in your situation, okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a high vibrational comment. I love to hear from you. Helps my channel out greatly, and I appreciate all the love and support this far. All that being said, Taurus, let's get right into this and see what's going on in your current situation, okay? We'll start with a romance angel to see how you're viewing this connection. All right. For Taurus, please. For Taurus. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So you are currently in the process, bottom of the deck is deception. So it might not be a true reconciliation that you are thinking about having here, but maybe more like a heart-to-heart conversation. Let's see. Can I get one more, please, for Taurus? Look at that. Heart-to-heart conversation right there on the top there. Oh, okay, whoa now. Playfulness, love yourself first, and heart-to-heart conversation. So, I think it's more along the lines of reconnecting to have this heart-to-heart conversation. And the way you're going to do that is most probably with some playfulness. And this is going to help you open up to love yourself here kind of situation. But again, deception is still at the bottom of the deck. Someone's being childish. Time to pay attention to those red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Be careful, Taurus. Okay? All right. We'll get some love oracles for you to see kind of what's going on with that. All right. Holy moly. Heartbreak. Okay. There's hurt and betrayal here by an ex-lover reconciliation, trying to have this communication here. Some of you are doing it through social media, okay? There are legal matters here. There are contracts here, whether it's marriage, soul contract, twin flame contract, whatever the case is. There is some sort of something going on here where justice is going to be given because the judgment has been made, okay? And now it's time to heal, baby. Time to heal it. Through music. Okay, date and liquid courage here. Some of you are going to end up trying to get this heart-to-heart conversation by going on a date. and really going to start to let things kind of come out with a little drink in your hand. Travel. Regret. Some of you are regretting not taking that trip here. Some of you have regret about not taking that trip, as well as feeling guilty about making some poor decisions here. You're at a crossroads. Time to make a choice. You're at a turning point. You're being indecisive about it, probably because you got a little fear on you. It's time to make a decision here. Divine intervention. Okay, divine intervention. Okay, so if when this heart-to-heart conversation happens, if it doesn't pan out the way that you think it's going to be, if you're doing it for closure, if you're doing it for reconciliation reasons, but again, I'm feeling that's not necessarily the goal here is for reconciliation. I think you're going to play it as reconciliation so that you can have the heart-to-heart conversation, so that you can release some things here. No matter how it goes, just understand and know that a no, or we're not doing this or anything like that, understand it's not rejection, it's divine intervention. And you have to allow karma to step in here and do its role. Some of you have a family with this person. Some of you could have been married with that legal matters up there in divorce. So it is a thing, new love. Okay? Honeymoon phase, okay? And that will come in divine timing here. There is some storm warnings that are kind of trying to make you aware that there is upheaval here and obstacles that you are trying to get through. You're going to get through them. Just take one situation at a time here, Taurus. All right, let's get some hidden truth here. This could be something you've said, they've said, something that you wanted to say, they've wanted to say, but just haven't had the courage to say it. I'll let you put it where it goes. I'm just the messenger. What's the hidden truth here for Taurus in this connection? It was my fault, but I blamed you. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I replay our conversations over and over. I know I messed everything up. I'm not available. Spirit says stop there, because it's time for me to heal now. You do wish things could be different. Okay, but they're not. But you want them to know, or they want you to know, I'm becoming a better person. And you feel them even though you're apart. All right. Let's get some more tea on this and see what more is going on here. I got lost in my own head there for a minute, Taurus. Alright. I'll get these all out, and then we will discuss. I don't know if that turned on its own or if it's because I bounced it. 2 more, please, for Taurus. Yeah, like I said, this is not about reconciliation, okay? At the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Wands, so you are, there is a struggle here, okay? You're weary. You're weary of doing this, but again, like I said from jump, that for a lot of you, this is about closure here. Okay, so you have the 3 of Swords in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords, Temperance, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Cups. All right, so you have Libra out here, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini and Cancer, and Pisces. A lot of water here. Some of you could be dealing with the water sign. Doesn't have to be, but again, it's just something fun I do. All right, so you are coming out of a dark night of a soul here. So you are kind of releasing that pain. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist and that you don't feel it. It is there, but you're allowing it to come to the surface, okay? You're allowing it to come up so that you can sit with it, heal it, understand it, okay? Recovering and moving on, okay? So the strongest cards out on a reading are the first one out and the last one out. So you have the 3 of Swords in reverse, moving on, you're letting it go, you're healing from it, and then that last one is the 8 of Cups, walking away, moving on. But don't let me get too far ahead of myself, okay? Some of you are living beyond your means here. Some of you got quite comfortable with the situation that you were in, not expecting the rug to be pulled out or you pulling the rug out on this connection here. So there is a little bit of financial issue here, and but it's also okay because it's prompting you to get out of your comfort zone. So you have now been put in a position to where you're okay with being uncomfortable, because uncomfortable helps bring in healing, okay? And you got the clarity that you want. You got the understanding that you need. You understand the situation for what it is. And now it's just kind of made you cold and detached and kind of, you know, the Queen of Swords is that bitch card, right? And the King and Queen of Swords represents a divorced couple. So again, I'm just sitting there saying break up, divorce, whatever the case is. You're clear-minded about what it is. You know what it is. Again, this is not about reconciliation. This is about getting things off your chest so that you can heal yourself and detach and love you and pour into you here. Finding the balance within you, healing within you, letting yourself be divinely guided here. And having patience with yourself to do this. There's no love here. Okay? The love that you had for this situation is kind of gone. And whatever love you were pouring into this connection, you are now stopping that and pouring into yourself and dealing with your inner feelings and self-care, self-love. Because you're realizing now that whatever this relationship was very codependent, and it caused a lot of insecurities here, which is why you're walking away. The disappointments got too heavy to hold, so you're just withdrawing. You're exhausted here. You're walking away, you're leaving it behind and letting the baggage sit where it is. All right. I don't think there's too much that I want to clarify here for you. Let's see. Out of all the cycles in this reading, all the readings in this cycle, this is the one that is the most straight to the point. of what it is that is going on there. All right, let's see. Clarify the Three of Swords in reverse, please. Yeah, you're waiting on an apology. You want an apology or give an apology. Again, readings can be vice versa, but I'm reading it, your thoughts, your feelings on this one. You want an apology. You expect an apology. This reconciliation has you anxious. Yeah, Two of Swords. You know that this decision is going to cause you a little discomfort. But you're a little unsure of really taking the blindfold off to see what it is, because you have had healing here. And to take that blindfold off, there's that fear that that pain is going to amplify and come back into where it stunts the success and the growth that you have had. One more on that, please. Ooh. Yeah, the Hermit. It's going to force you, like, this decision is going, you're going to, you know, take some time to sit with yourself, isolate, search your soul, and then you're going to be able to remove that blindfold, because again, this is healing inner wounds, inner child kind of situation. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Empress. That Empress energy is trying to let you know that you have nothing to worry about. Even though you are uncomfortable with the way things are, you are still very grounded. You are still pushing through like a boss. You're doing what needs to be done. You're not lacking anything. You got this. Whatever decision you make, like I said, some of you are going to choose to cycle this again and try to save it. But a lot of you aren't. A lot of you are going to walk it. All right. Clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse, please. Yeah, you're waiting on your ships to come in. You're waiting on some form of movement here. And that waiting is due to that codependent, you know, tie. You think you're not going to be able to make it, but you are. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Yeah. You're waiting on something, a door to open here, some sort of movement. word about some sort of movement. Some of you might be, you had the travel card here, I believe. Somewhere. Yeah, travel. Some of you could be traveling overseas. Air travel, traveling somewhere by plane. Okay. All right. Let's just, for shits and gigs, let's see what you're walking away from. What is Taurus leaving behind? You're leaving behind the feelings of missed opportunities here. You're not going to miss any more opportunities. You're walking away from the things that are holding you back from making the movements and the steps that you want to make towards better. You're not going to take an offer. You're going to walk away from whatever this is. Whatever offer they're going to make, you're not taking. You're going to choose to walk away. Jeez. Come on. Why are we being difficult? And you're going to walk with a quickness. Like this heart-to-heart conversation is just for you to get closure here. Okay? And it's been a long time coming. All right, for Taurus. There's 2 cards there. Okay. We need clear messages, Spirit. Just one clear message for Taurus. Okay, no books. 3. 23 might be significant to somebody here. Okay. Spiritual strength. Yeah, you're going to have to dig deep here, Taurus. In the spiritual journey that you are on, you're going to need to dig down into some of that when you're self-reflecting here. When you're searching your soul of what it is that you want, what it is that you need, pull it from yourself. Pull it from the healing that you've done, the knowledge that you've gained through this heavy time here. Because it is heavy for some people. But you have a lot of good, positive things coming in too. The balancing, the knowing when to let go, when to release it, right? All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope this helped. Please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.